Hey everybody, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how I converted my Epson EcoTank printer into a sublimation printer. And everything you're going to need, including the cost breakdown at the end of this video. So stay tuned. As of everything that I'm telling you here, these are just my opinions. You have to do the research. You have to put in the time to figure out what's best for you. Okay, so let's get into it. What printer do I have? Let me flip you around and show you. This is the printer that I have. It is an EcoTank 2850 printer right here. EcoTank, really pretty. It's got a little scanner, not that I ever use it. Paper feeders in the back, not that you can see it because it's super dark. And that's pretty much the printer. All right, so this printer I purchased from Costco as of January 13th. They still have these in stock. When you get this printer, do not put the ink that comes with the package. That ink is not sublimation ink. If you put it in there, let's just say you'll need to figure out some other solutions because it's going to give you a really bad headache. Do not put regular ink in there. You have to purchase specific ink, sublimation ink. The ink company that I use or to get my sublimation ink from is called Cosmos Ink. You can find them at cosmosink.com, and I will go ahead and put in a picture of their website here. You will be able to find their sublimation ink for the EcoTank printers, which is nice because they will come in the actual bottle that you can use for your EcoTank printer, which is super convenient. If you are converting a printer that uses cartridges, they also have a solution for that as well. If you are converting a printer, do not convert a used printer. Buy a new one. It's gonna be less expensive in the long run. With the Cosmos Ink, I have learned that using the program Inkscape, which is a free downloadable program, which I downloaded, it's like an Adobe designer or whatever that is. Okay, so the next thing is paper. The paper that is offered on cosmosink.com I have not used. When I purchased my ink from them, they did not have this available, so I purchased it from a company called coastalbusiness.com. The paper that you're going to look for is Image Right Sublimation Printing Transfer Paper for Epson printers, and I will go ahead and link that down below for you. Next, let's talk about what you're going to need to press these items. You'll need a heat press, something that gets up to about 400, maybe even over 400 degrees, because these, when I press these right here, I press them at 400 degrees and I press them for 60 seconds, okay? So you're gonna need something that's gonna get up to that temperature. I'll have an Amazon linked heat press that I don't know if it's gonna be the one that I purchased because I don't think they make the one that I purchased, but it was cheap. It was the cheapest one that I could find. It wasn't cheap, it was the cheapest one I could find. And I've had that heat press for probably like 4 or 5 years now, and it's still working. So I will link the heat press if it's still available for the exact same one that I purchased for you guys. Okay, so the next thing obviously are going to be your substrates, or substrates is the word for your material, what you're gonna sublimate on. If you don't know already, if you're doing your research, you probably already do. You need specific items to sublimate. You can't just sublimate on everything. Materials wise, like fabric wise, you'll want a high polyester count, because that's going to be your best quality of sublimation. You can't sublimate on cotton and other fabrics. The lower the poly count is on your fabric, the less quality you're going to get with your sublimation. These items that I'm showing you here, they were all purchased. This is a coaster. Oh, and that was upside down. These were all purchased on Amazon. When you're purchasing stuff off of Amazon, just make sure you are looking at the reviews, because in my professional opinion, I would go with something that has a pretty high rating, obviously over 4 stars, and that has quite a few reviews. Read through your reviews. You got to do your due diligence when you're purchasing off of Amazon. The reason I purchase off of Amazon is 1, they have free shipping because I'm Amazon Prime. 2, you can return it, and 3, like these ornaments, Sometimes they come chipped and stuff. So if I order 2 packs of the ornaments, I can return one of them with all the damaged ones so that I can create really good looking products. Just as a little tip, I guess, for anybody trying to do that, because this stuff can get really expensive and I want to be able to return it fast, and I want to be able to get what I need as soon as possible. All right, so the cost breakdown is what we're going to talk about next. Let me jump in before we go to the cost breakdown, and I just wanted to say that this cost breakdown is of the supplies that I purchased myself. So these are all the items that I purchased. The Sublimation printer is 8.5 by 11. There are bigger printers which would increase your cost and stuff like that. Like I have mentioned, make sure you do your due diligence and know what you want to create before you start just purchasing a printer and all these items. Okay, you guys, so let's go over the cost breakdown for everything you need to start a sublimation business. As a disclaimer, these prices are as of January 13th, and these are the prices that I paid to start with sublimation. Okay, so these prices do not reflect tax, shipping, or anything like that. This is just the cost of the product. So the first thing is the EcoTank 2850, and that costs $279.79. That is the price at Costco. The next thing is the sublimation ink that you need for the printer. Remember, do not put the regular ink inside the printer. You need to use the sublimation ink. That is $40 for CMYK. That's 4 bottles, the bottles that you'll need for your printer. So it's $40, so $10 a bottle. The next thing is the sublimation paper. It's $16.95. That's purchased at coastalbusiness.com, also linked in the bottom. All of these are all linked in the bottom. The next thing is the heat press, which is the one that I have is a 15 by 15, and that cost is $203.90. And there are smaller, cheaper heat presses. Maybe you don't need all the attachments. This has like a whole thing of attachments for cups, plates, and all kinds of random things. You don't need this expensive of one. That's just the one I have, so that's the one I linked. Next thing is design software. The design software, if you use Inkscape, which I highly recommend if you're going to purchase the Cosmos ink set, use Inkscape. The print quality is so good off of that program. That program is free. So your grand total cost comes out to $540.64. So that's the total cost of starting a brand new, fresh sublimation printing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. We are trying to grow this community into something amazing. Also, if you can please leave a thumbs up, also a comment, that would be really helpful. All these things combined help grow my channel and put it out to the universe. Anywho, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in a later video. Bye!